What's going on? It's been a pretty good trading week. 3 for 3 this week. I've really just been having a lot of breakthroughs overall in psychology and just understanding the market more. This month, really, I've been going all in. Really quickly, let's go over the two trades I took. So the first one, this was on the 27th. So basically, if we break this down, market opens right here, right? So market opens, and I'm looking for previous session lows, and then we're coming out of a higher time frame fair value gap, which is this down here. And basically, we had Asia highs above, and other engineered liquidity above, and so macro hits right at 950. So let me move this over. Macro hits at 950, and at this point we had been chopping around in this range over and over in this SIBI, 1 minute SIBI, and then we already had been respecting bullish PD arrays. If we mark out the midpoint of this, so we've been respecting this already, and we swept sell side liquidity over to the left, and I had a bullish bias on the day because on the higher time frame we were delivering out of a higher time frame imbalance, right? And so and I did not take it on this candle closure, although I could have, and we could have had our entry right here, and then our stop loss would have been really below this imbalance, which it would have held, and then our final TP would have been up here. So that was a good trade. Could have been a good trade. What I took is I waited for this displacement right here to come out of here, and I had my stop. Down here, and then I had my TP right here. So it was pretty much a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. I went break even at this high right here. That's where I've break even marked out. And if you break this down, we had this order block. Hold on. We had this order block right here. You can see this down close candle immediately after this candle. So that's our order block. If you drag that over, notice how let me just add to this real quick so it's visible. Notice how we had this wick traded down to the order block perfectly, and then when I saw that, I didn't know, but I had a pretty good amount of confidence for this trade, and then this was left as a breakaway gap, and so I held this up to buy side liquidity right here, and that was that trade. And so I'm really happy with that trade. Overall, since I've been waiting until macro, I've been getting more higher probability setups, as well as I limit myself to 2 trades a day. If I win, I'm done. If I have a loss, I can de-risk and I can take one more loss. I mean, I can take one more trade, hopefully not another loss, but 2 trades maximum, 1 win maximum. So then let's go to today. So today we had, these were our draws on liquidity. We had this news wick, and which is our buy side liquidity, and we had London low, Asia low, previous day low, right? And so the market opened, and market opened right here, and we immediately came up, took out that news wick and buy side liquidity. From there, I was looking to target sell side liquidity along with this unfilled, I think this was a 15-minute imbalance, and we had SMT. Anyways, because on the higher time frame I was bullish, and so in order for us to go higher, I'd want us to come take out sell stops, or buy stops, sorry, or sell stops, yes, and fill this imbalance. And notice we came to the midpoint of it, middle line. Look at that. Came to the middle of it. It's very bullish. And so this is the short I took. Technically 2 shorts. So basically, macro hit right here. That's these 2 yellow lines. That's this right here. And we're above midnight open. and we're above 9:30 open. And so we're selling at a premium, which is what we want. And so right here, this candle right here, this black candle, that is our order block, because right after this candle engulfed it. So that is an order block. And so when an order block gets disrespected, it's called a breaker block. So we ran through and we left behind this high probability SIBI, which is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, which is a fair value gap. Bring that over, and this was after sweeping buy side liquidity right here. So if my bias, or if the trade I want to take is shorts and I want to go lower, first buy side liquidity needs to get ran. Those orders, those people need to be stopped out before that can happen for the market moving in its real direction. And then comes our confluence, which I just described: breaker, fair value gap, overlap. And so I entered right as we traded back up into it right here. Let me remove this box for a second. And our stop loss was right above the wick of this candle. I should have put it up here, and I wouldn't have got stopped out on that original trade, but I put it right there. Notice how the bodies respected the breaker block. And then once I got stopped out, I was still very, very confident in this. So I re-entered on the market structure shift, and that is when we closed down below this candle. So that is a market structure shift. So once I knew this candle was going to, and this was on the 30-second. So if I go to the 30-second chart, I waited for this candle, and so I got in a little bit early because there was about 5 seconds left. I knew the candle was going to close, so I got in like exactly right there. Stops were right above this fair value gap, this inversion fair value gap. Stops were right above that. Price went immediately down. This order block, notice how this order block right here, once we traded through it, this wick came right up to it again, held this to the same target that I had before, which is just the low, and price ended up delivering very well. So those were the two trades for the last 2 days. I'm very happy about those. And this was in macro. Notice how this whole move is in macro. Very high probability. And this is a trade I'll take every single day, or every single time it presents itself. And tomorrow is Friday, last trading day of the week. And I will just say it, I've been feeling very, very confident in my psychology and my further just understanding of charts in general. I'm starting to really feel like I'm turning a corner in my trading towards profitability and funded. And I've been trading for over a year now, and it'll happen when it happens, but I'm feeling really good and consistent. I did also get into Black Sheep. Shout out to Mantis. I'll put him up on the screen. He let me in for free, which is amazing. And there is a lot of amazing content in there. There's a lot of I'm learning so much from in there, mostly about macros. And there's people in there getting payouts. There's funded people in there. It's a great community to be in, and just by being in that Discord and going through the mentorships, a lot of stuff I already know, a lot of stuff that I sort of knew but is improving my understanding, and then a lot of people in there also. You get to journal your trades, and your trades are reviewed, and you can see other people's journals. People are posting their trades, so it's a really good space to be in, and that helps a lot with lots of new learning and things that I've been trying to improve on, and so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I'm turning a corner in my trading, and I'm looking forward to the near future. So we'll see what the market gives us tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll do a video maybe this weekend or next week, and that trade recap will be in that.